settle down and stay on mute. After the class, you all will get this recording file so that you can quickly re-go through as how many times as you want, right? So moving forward to understanding of the goal of the training program, let me go to the whiteboard. Now, you all are here to learn the module SD. Yes, I teach everything 100%. But learning SD is not only enough. But learning SD is not only enough. You need to have a very good understanding of other modules, that is cross functionalities as well. So how this works, you all need to understand now. All right. So let me give you clarity on this. We have a module called finance. We have a module called production. Production. We have a module called materials management. We have a module called warehouse management, right? So just learning SD model will not fulfill the requirement now, because today SAP is updated to SAP on cloud. Now this is the new update of 2025. Nobody introduced yet. So cloud means what? Everything on web and everything need to be presented automation. When this is the presentation of SAP, you just learn one module, you just configured one module, means it doesn't work. So understanding of cross functionality is very important. This is a updated one. So to meet all these expectations, what I've done, I made this training program like a project. So anybody have any doubt, make a note of your doubt and stay down. After the class, you all will get a chance to express your doubt so that you will have a clarity. So I made you all mute so that all the background noises can be suppressed, so that when you play the recording, you all will have a very good understanding on listening to the explanation. That's the intention. Okay. Thank you, please. And thanks for your coordination too. Now, here, you all can hear me clearly, right? Anybody? You all can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, yes, we can hear.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So just to cross check in between, because somebody is raising hand with no voice. All right. Thank you. So, so let me present from my side so that you will get every best clarity what to be and how to be. So this training program is organized like a project first, which is the most very important thing everybody should understand. And it is on real time based. Please live every day. Please mute yourself. Okay. So I made you all on mute. Don't worry, please. Let the presentation go on. So a project based, a real time based, and live. This is more focused and very much focused with cross functionalities. And you're learning as per the SAP Cloud Architecture methodology. So these are the highlighted points of my training program. Please don't raise your hand, please. All right, done. Now, you all hear me, right? Somebody text,
Yes,
not yet.
Vamshi, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Okay. So, yeah. So, cross functionality. Please mute yourself. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry, please. One person disturbed the entire session. So, it's a project base which gives you a real time understanding and live clarity. So, how this all works, one should have a doubt. What is cloud architecture? One should have a doubt. What is automation? One should have a doubt. If you don't have a doubt, also, I myself raising a doubt on behalf of you. All right. So, here I teach complete SD module because it's my main identity, yes. But just not SD is the program to be learned now to meet this latest job market expectation. Because SD is the front face of every project. Because logistics now, the leading module is SD. It is expressed as simple logistics. So simplified. So for sales, the production, for sales, the inventory, for sales, the warehousing. Now combination has been asked everywhere. So to meet all these expectation, I made this training program like a project. Again, how this works, you need to understand. So let me introduce about myself. This is Vamshi. I've been working in SAP since 2004, training people like you as a trainees since 2006. It's been 20 plus years I've been working. My main identity is SD consultant, and I can work wise I can work on many domains, but training I do only SD. Right. So I've been working from past this many number of years. In many projects I've worked, still working, and I'm doing the training sessions before and after my work hours to give the best understanding to the trainees. So the program what I'm designed is the latest market expectation point of view. So the complete logistics when you learn with representing to SD module, you can meet every expectation. And here you learn everything in automation. So saying on the board is very fine, but do this happen really? One should have a doubt. I'm here to clarify that. So I'm been worked on many projects, still working. Whenever I start a batch, I take an example company of my happened previous projects for your training program so that I can explore like a project, so that I can teach that real time what I encountered during the previous projects, so that I can teach how to set up them lively in the system. All right. So that's how the flow I'm going to express to my trainees. So for a batch, I've taken Zara. For a batch, I'm doing with C8 now. For your batch, I'll start with Okay, for your batch, I'll start with Panasonic. Right? So how the Panasonic as a company gave the project requirement, how as a consultant understood the requirement and set up in SAP, and how we did our day-to-day activities, that is what is like. Now, what is cloud architecture? Now, people talk about ECC, people talk about S4 HANA. Now it's time to talk about cloud. So either you extract ECC database to cloud or S4 to cloud. You get to see only layout. So here you need to understand how to set up the layouts. Sir, what does it mean? What is layout? This is what you all need to understand now. Let me take a fresh page. So when I say layout, a very simple example I'll give you. Think about you downloaded a software from online and you want to install it. At every step, you're selecting the options in the screen. Every step, you're selecting the preferred options. Then you go to next. Then you go to next. You have the radio buttons. Which option to be selected? This is called customize setup. And there is one more process. The traditional what we do. Just blindly say next, 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 then OK, then download, then install. With what settings it is getting installed, nobody knows. Right? With what settings it is getting installed, nobody knows. This is a copy setup. This is layout setup. So when you get SAP access through cloud, this is what is required. So now your focus is to learn the layout setup. Layout setup means every layout got what number of fields, which fields to be organized, what. You need to have the complete awareness. So I'm going to teach the layout customize. That means if a blank SAP system is been given, how as a consultant we log in and customize. Being an SD consultant, SD areas you customize. Being an FI model consultant, he customize. Being an inventory guy, he do. Being a production guy, he do. Being an WM guy, he do. Everybody do their own part. But here in the training room, you learn all this process, how it works. So you learn all this process over here. So I teach complete SD module with some of the main areas of finance. That is how GL works, materials management, how the STP, stock transportation, and WM, STP in terms of automation. So availability in terms of stock, that release in terms of automation through WM, and plant configuration which meets the sales expectation. If plant is not connected, you cannot sell. If stock is not there, you cannot sell. If stock is not released, you cannot sell. If product pricing is not responding, you cannot sell. So understand the effect of every preference over here. All right. So please understand the flow of explanation, what exactly I am being prepared over here. Okay. When you get the understanding on this clarity, you can meet any expectation of any business process. All right. So do understand the clarity and the flow. Now, the next point is all about, so how this all works, that you need to understand now. Now I said this training program E is a project base which gives you real time live customizing, complete logistics exposure on cloud architecture, the layout setup with reference to finance, production, inventory, warehousing, everything in automation. You learn. That is what is the best benefit you get when you get trained with Mr. Me, that is Vamshi. Around 6,000 plus contacts are there in my database who undergone training with me in person. You go to any company, you'll find my trainees because it's a journey in this vast number of years. People come from different platforms. People come just a college completed guy to learn. People are who are working on sales to learn. People who are working on other domains, that is other technologies, they come to learn. People who are already in SAP, they want to upgrade themselves, they come to me. So whenever I start a batch, I speak that day's latest updated requirements. Now this latest update for your batch is on cloud, the layout setup. Subject is same. The way of customizing is changed. If you see in ECC, we was having IDES version, so which was almost 60% standards was there. We used to copy. But later when it come to HANA, this idea is gone. So partial copy. When it come to the cloud, zero level, just 10% copy. Some main layouts where you have the table backup only, which is as per the SAP standards. So as you move on to cloud now, everything is manual customizing. Customizing manual execution automation. In one line I say, consultant will customize everything manually and execution for end user is made very easier for automation. So this is the main goal everybody need to understand. A demo means not playing a colorful PowerPoint presentation because I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to impress you with what I'm going to teach you and how it works. I need to show you practically. So in a simple example, I say normally I give to everybody. When we are going to buy a car to a showroom, we don't book the car just by seeing the brochure. I want to see the car. I want to feel the drive of the car, comforts, features, performance. A lot of things will be judged when you want to buy a car, right? The same way, this is your technology. After all, this is your career, right? So when you are selecting the source from where you want to learn, because first time what you learn that will seed in your mind, and first time what you learn that should allow you to take off your journey, right? So I am very practical. I'm using the whiteboard to write everything and make you understand so the trainee feels as if he or she is sitting with me and learning. And every day, the good point is after the class, the recording will be shared to you. And please remember one thing nobody do outside. I am sharing my Skype ID to all my trainees, right from the day one to till now, whom so all learn with me. They all are in my Skype contact, and all the time I'll be online on Skype. Whenever you have a doubt post session, you can feel free to ping me over there. I'm there to guide. Call or message will work. It's not like working hours only. I'm all the time on because I work for different clients in different time zones. So in this training group, I have some of the trainees who come with reference to my older trainees, previous trainees, how effectively they learn. Because of their success story, you are here. And the people who are new, I'm expressing this. Why Skype ID? Because it works globally. Even at workplace, I will be on Skype because I am handling my clients on my Skype. So Skype I use like WhatsApp. Okay, there you have screen sharing option. There you have recording option. Multiple facilities. Okay, it's a professional tool for the work point of view. Now there are so many other tools also, but still this is very user friendly. So why I'm telling this? How I'm helpful for my trainees during the entire training journey, even after. This is how. All right, fine. Thank you, please. Now, I say this training program is on a project based, real time, live, layout, setup, automation in terms of O2C, because SD is all about O2C, order to cash. You're raising an order from sales system, you're transporting the stock from the shipping, which will execute entire logistics, and here comes your cross functionalities that you need to understand, automation, and cash comes through billing with reference to finance interface. So when you got to see O2C, you need to understand the complete SD with FI, production planning, materials management, and warehouse management. Complete end-to-end project cycle. This is what is the goal of my training program. Now, I'm going to start this all setup for your batch with reference to Panasonic. So it's a 2.5 months journey of this training program. We are going to set up everything for Panasonic, and you're going to see O2C output for Panasonic. But now it's like a car example. What I do, my previous running, which is about to complete a batch I'm doing with, see it. So when we set up everything for Panasonic, complete SD module and all other modules interface, how automation works, how this all responds. If you have an exposure with reference to see it now, then you'll get a clarity. Okay, once Mr. Vamshi starts with Panasonic, then how it works, you'll understand. When your goal is clear, because what you are going to learn, you are clear how it works, you are clear, and how it will be helpful for you, your career, it is clear, and what is the market expectation, if it is clear, then your concentration can be attended to. Now I'll step into the SAP cloud architecture and run the transaction cycle operating my previous happening batch structure, see it, so that you can see how other modules along with SD will participate. All right, so allow me a minute.
Anshul,
Yeah,
I have a
please.
question here. Maybe we are very new to this and don't
I know,
go
I know.
too much technical. So we could not able to get it on the very first right.
No worry, no
So,
worry, no worry. See,
walk us through some examples or something that could help
I'm,
us to,
will you allow me to speak first of all?
yeah, sure.
Okay, I totally get everybody's question, because today I'm speaking about technology means once upon a time I was also in your same shoes, right? So I have not spoken anything technically. I have spoken only the terms. Simple. Just remember one thing. This training program is organized like a project which covers real time, which gives you a live project exposure understanding. Do you understand these three words, Navin?
I get it. I get it now.
Okay. After this, as per the latest expectation of SAP's environment, now everything was on cloud. Cloud means the layout customizing, the web based. So you need to learn customizing of the applications on a layout with field by field understanding. This is what is the new versions of SAP expectation. And what I said now, previous batch I was doing with CET, I'm just giving an overview, logging into the system to show you one transaction cycle, so that if we start with a company called Panasonic as a project, how it works, you'll get a clarity. Now you understood?
Yeah. Thanks for the
And
clarification.
don't worry, please. Now, see, by listening to something, everything will not get into your mind, because nothing is transferring from my mind to your mind like a USB. So we need to give some time. Now you're just attending the class. Not only you, I'm just addressing everybody. మీరు క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు. అటెండ్ అయినంత మాత్రాన ఇమీడియట్గా అన్నీ అర్థం అవ్వాలని లేదు. అందుకే రికార్డింగ్ అనేది షేర్ చేసేది. ఆఫ్టర్ ద క్లాస్ you all will get the recording file, go through it once, thrice, then you'll get every clarity. Definitely you'll get doubts. That's the reason my Skype ID will be shared. Or you can ping me out there. I can guide you. So session is for expression, recording giving is for post session learning for your clarity, and my Skype contact is for your doubts clarity after the class. All right. So no worry, you are on safe hands. I'm there to help my trainees. Done. Now let me log into the SAP screen here. Please wait. Allow me a minute, please. All right. Now here, please watch me carefully. I say layout customizing. I say self customizing without using anything of defaults. We customize everything. Taking company example. Now VA01. Watch me carefully, please. Every value what I am selecting is customized. That is our made. In a layman terms, if I say a blank book is been given, how you start writing by ruling everything, the columns and all as per your convenience, how we build. Same thing. Similarly, when you get a blank SAP server with no defaults, how we start customizing everything. Again, a simple example I'll give you. When you want to get a new building constructed for your living, you give your building requirement to the builder, and builder construct a building according to your building preferences, maybe size, shape, architecture, everything. In the same way, when we are implementing SAP into some company, I need to build the company's detail into SAP, right? So when you understand this small logic, then you will get every clarity. Okay, he's teaching as a project. So I here remember play a client role for you to teach you how the requirements will be given. I a trainer play a consultant role for you to teach you how to set up the maze in SAP. I as a trainer play a end user role for you to show the output of execution like what you're going to see now for see it. So I taught the batch the requirement as a client. I taught the batch how to customize as a consultant. Now I'm showing you how to execute. When you understand this execution, what we made, you'll get a clarity. How it was asked, you'll get a clarity. And remember, every day is a real time session. Every day is a project session. Project means it will not come in the end for 1 week or 10 days. Every day you're learning. Every day you're learning on a requirement, real time, and customizing it, executing it. So, what my trainee says, sir, we don't find much of the difference in the training room here and at the workplace because I play all roles for you to groom, to make your knowledge organized. After you join a company, what you will do? Whomsoever client coming, you understand his requirement, you customize for them, and you execute. All right. So here you see everything is named as it. Like how you type in Google, you just type 2 letters, it will show all everything. That's the benefit of cloud. You can see it. I just give see it. So in the description it is matching. So it is giving the see it sales organization. That is where the sale is happening. And through direct, through offline, through online. So it's too direct. See it got racer standard zapper. I say racer. So what we are doing again, some have may have it out. I logged into SAP system to show one transaction cycle of complete SD with other module cross functionalities as how it was configured for my previous batch when I was teaching. I'm showing you that execution for you so that you will get a clarity. Okay, when you start learning how to set up with represent to Panasonic, how it works, you will get the best clarity. All right. So please understand the logic and please get the flow. All right. Now let me go back to the SAP screen. Now, now I give my customer ID, that is business partner ID, and I give the material. I just say CEAT, it extracts from the database. What all, where all C matters. Customize the name, that's a new update, quantity as 1. And here I have given the customer ID, I have given the product and the quantity. It is saying for this customer already a contract is running. See, normally whenever you go for a shopping, you might have asked for a product quotation, and if the store person is telling you the quotation which is given you earlier, the same is applicable. Think that you've been to the same store a few days back and the store person gave you a quotation, and that quotation is still in valid status. That quotation is still in valid status. Then the same quotation is applicable, they'll say. So I have configured this messaging system when teaching the batch so that this scenario is understood to the trainees. So if I say list, it will show the list which has been already running. If I say continue, it allows me to create a fresh order. It pulled up the shipping orders automatically. Pricing is coming automatically. Now here, price connects from finance. Price connects from finance, and procurement is all about materials management. Date of delivery is all about warehouse management, and which plant participates is all about production planning. So this transaction is happening in SD. Create standard order. That is sales order. I'm creating an order in SD. It is connecting the financial infrastructure details, warehouse details, inventory details, and production details. Complete LE exposure. Right. So the values, these layouts are default in the system. The values which are triggering in the layout, that is customized. So we are configuring this layout with the values what to be respondable automatically. That is what is the project. That is what is the subject. That is what you are learning here. That is what you do when you join any company as an SAP SD consultant. What you are seeing now is an end user point of view. After things are configured, how it works. A simple example I'll give you. Think you are going for a shopping and you move around the store and you pick some product and go to the sales counter. The seller scan the barcode. It reads your customer ID, it reads the price, it reads the offers, everything. How? Because that system is configured by somebody. How to configure such in SAP you're learning. And how to configure lively, what I'm done, I'm showing you here. And this is what you're going to learn. Now I select the line, I go to details. What's the price break even? When I was customizing this layout, it was a standard price set. When I was customizing this layout, it was a negative posting set. When I was customizing this layout, it's an addable calculation. So whenever you're buying a product, when a store person say a price, then you ask why. Then you check in the system, sir, this is the base price on which this much of discount you're getting. This is the delivery handling charges. So 3,999 less 399.90. It is becoming 3,599.10 on which delivery and handling charges are added. So when you are configuring this layout, the way you organize the fields, it is understood as the base amount. When you are configuring this layout, it is negative posting, this addable. Sir, you are talking about layout, what it is. See, for example, think about your mobile. You go to themes, you select some profile. Accordingly, the entire mobile texture will be changed, right? Similarly, here every option what you're seeing, it has a page of fields. The fields, how you organize, it has a presence over here. A layman point of view, I'm saying. So you are learning the complete layout setup with some real time preferences, and you're seeing that as an execution lively, so that tomorrow when you are participating in an interview, putting on say 2 plus years of experience, 3 plus years, or 4 plus, you can meet every expectation. Because on what project you worked, you have something to say. What was the client requirement, you have something to say. How you configured, you have something to say. How you executed, you have something to say. What kind of an issues you encountered, how you triggered them, how you solved them, you have something to say. When you are prepared and you have knowledge and answer on every stage, done. A talk between the interviewer and you, the applicant, will go like a talk between two professionals. And there is no history my training failed in technical round. Right? There are people, sir, I got the job, I want to learn now. If you got the job, you need to safeguard it. So people come from different backgrounds. During the course, some people crack the interview and join the job. After the course, some people take some time and groom themselves and then crack an interview. And there are people who are just keep on doing but they're unable to. Every kind of trainees will be there. Not every trainee is a success story. The one who learn what I thought, I'm teaching you 120%. If you speak 70% in this, you are cleared with distinction. All right. So how this all works lively you have seen in the system here. And if I click on procurement here, it shows on 30th the stock is available for shipment and material is available on 30th. Loading is happening on 30th. Delivery is scheduled on 30th. And here the shipping point also will come, but this batch is still in progress. Okay. From which shipping point also it will be moving, that also will trigger automatically. So everything is very lively organized, lively made understood to my trainees. So a demo means again, it's not like giving a presentation. I spoke something technically, I spoke something new. Even if you go to some YouTube videos or some other sources, you may not get to see these all upcoming new expression what I given. You may not experience anywhere. And some things I made express very beginning first day only, because when you replay this recording two to three times, you will get a clarity what I want to express. So when you have your base clarity right from the day one itself, your goal is attentive, right? So I make this training program like info presented first day, so you'll understand the end goal what is. So like outside, I see people make it like a suspense thriller movie. What is the end? Nobody knows. It is for trainers' convenience. So day one I given a clarity. It is for trainees' convenience. So no matter it is a little bit harder for you to digest, but when you replay the recording, you will get a clarity. Still not, I am there to help you out. Right? So hope you all understood the flow and the goal of this training program. Done. Very good. Thank you, Navin. I'm happy to see your expression in good way, which where you was confused. All right. Thank you, ladies. Okay. Thank you, Banu. Thank you, Sirisha. Thank you. Thank you, Ravi. All right. So, see, the very first day when you are moving with a smiling face, then you can imagine how your journey will be. So, it's not like I'm not making the subject like a rocket science. I'm making the subject like a everyday participatable environment, like how we go to the play zone and how we enjoy the game. That's how the subject should be taught. See, when you're learning with me as an expert, when I say I'm an expert, I'm not saying an expert, I've seen the journey. So, whomsoever who are training in the market, I see they are growing in front of me because 20 plus years beyond the experience, I see nobody. So, everybody got their own presentation. I understand how a trainee will be understanding. So I'm stepping into my trainee shoes and I'm expressing the subject. And again, I say you are learning the layout customizing, which is very new. And when in the end, after you complete learning the course, when you express this expression in your resume, within no time it will be shortlisted. And with cross functionalities, what I am teaching, with other model interfaces, what you're learning, like a project, real time, live, it gives you enough brief time to speak during the interview about, if you might have worked really in one or two projects, how maturely you speak, that level you are getting groomed over here. Okay, so it is beyond the versions of SAP what we have. The pattern of customizing is newly introduced. It works in any version of SAP because I am seeing SAP since 90s version. There also the creating an order is VS01, that were way back in 4.6 version. 4.6 in ABC, again 4.7 ABC versions, and again we have 6 point version, we have 5 point version now, HANA versions. Now it is on cloud.
Just a question.
So please make a note of your question. I'm there to help you out. And what's your full name, please, Mr. MMK?
Muhammad
Mohammed
Khan.
Mohammed Khan. I'm there to help you out. Don't worry, Mohammed.
Yeah,
Let,
can I ask the question?
yeah, just wait. In the end, I'll give a chance. You can ask. Make a note of your question. I'm there to help you out anyway.
Sure, sure. Thanks.
Right. See, nothing is just avoiding, just a time. I never avoid a train to ask. You can ask anything. I have every reply. If I don't have also, I'll let you know. Okay, and I'll tell openly, I know or not. If it is out of subject. Okay. So now the very next point what you all need to understand is, see, I see trainees coming from different platform. Somebody just comes to me, sir, I'm done my academy now. I want to get into SAP. Somebody comes, sir, I'm working in sales domain. I want to move out and get into SAP. Sir, I'm working in other technologies of IT. I want to move to SAP. I'm doing business. Now I want to start career. I want to get into SAP. A lady comes to me. I'm married and blessed with kids. Now I want to start my career. So different platform. Everybody is same to me. I treat everybody as layman and I start teaching. Now, today I gave you the goal of the training program. What is my next set for you? To make you understand the concept of sales cycle. Because, see, in our day to day common life, we play a customer role. In our day to day common life, we play a customer role, right? We go to shopping and we buy a product. When we are buying a product, in that process you see so many departments participating. Departments in SAP will call us modules. When you are buying a product, when the sales counter is selling a product to you, internally the inventory is connected, internally the warehouse is connected, internally the production is connected, internally the accounting is connected. So sales SD is the front face of every company now because it is web based organized. So inventory is for sales, production is for sales, warehousing is for sales, and the top finance again it is for sales. So that's the reason now the currently you see a lot of openings for these modules. Other modules become cross functionalities now with combination. So to cover this, I'm expressing with materials management, with warehouse management, with production planning, with accounting, not completely all, major part of these modules. With SD, when you express, your profile will have a strong presence in presentation. So why again sales cycle means to understand the effectivity of these domains along with SD. And when you understand the transaction process on the board, how the sales flow in a company, then again, okay, this is what a company's infrastructure is. You have a goal. and we're going to set up the same in the SAP system. And again, I'm going to run one cycle of sales cycle in the system, comparing what I'm going to write as a sales cycle on the board. So it will be very much interesting. Our next session is this. So when you understand this sales cycle, no matter you are from which background, with no background, with some background, you'll understand the sales flow of a company. With that, you can understand what to set up in SAP SD very clearly. With that, you will understand the importance and effects of these other mod interfaces, cross functionalities. So when you're seeing some object very far, it will be a little blur. When you start focusing more, things will be clear. The same kind of here, being for the very first day, it is like a drunkard drive. When you watch the recording 2 to 3 times, things will be clear. Again, connecting of today's session to tomorrow's session, little bit improved. Oh, this is what we see. And then I'll take a client Panasonic and start writing the project specs and blueprint requirement, and following that we step into the SAP screen and customize and execute. Then you'll get a clarity. A project, how it works, based upon the sales cycle, based upon the requirement, based upon the understanding, how the client gave a requirement, how we customize and execute. So make it simple. And this is the environment which is zero programming, we say, purely functional. Almost from past 50 minutes I'm talking. Nowhere I talk anything of technical. Everything is about, the wording is our day-to-day spoken, but few terms are new you met out, but it is not technical. All right, purely non-programming, purely functional. If you just spend little time to understand, you can push yourself in a very better environment, which pay a big salary, highly secured, highly organized, number one technology, who has no competitor. That's where SAP stand in the market. All right, so do join with the same meeting link. Tomorrow also we do at the same time. This time from Monday we move, our regular batch time is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So tomorrow please do join with the same meeting link, same time. And please do reach the organizer and collect today's recording. Go through it, have a doubt, make a note of it, and please do ask for my Skype contact so that you will be invited to my chat panel. You can ping your doubt, anything. I'll be there to help you out post session. And during the session, whenever you have a doubt, make a note of it. I'm there to guide. All right. So thanks for your valuable participation. I see you all in tomorrow's session.